Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about the single most important machine you own, but probably, and let's be honest, never really think about. Well, until it breaks, that is. I'm talking about your home's heating and cooling system.
Oh, you know that feeling. We've all felt that surge of panic, right? It's the coldest night of the year and suddenly, silence. The furnace just quits. Or it's the peak of a heat wave and the AC just gives up the ghost. It feels so sudden, like a total out-of-the-blue disaster. But what if I told you that failure wasn't sudden at all? What if it was actually the last shot fired in a long, hidden battle that your system has been fighting day in and day out, right there inside your walls? I want you to think of your home like a little fortress. And your HVAC system, that's the army, constantly defending that fortress from a siege. It's a nonstop war fought on multiple fronts, and the main enemy is always your local climate. And believe me, the challenges are relentless. We're talking about these brutal freeze-thaw cycles that physically bend and break parts on your outdoor unit. We're talking about that thick, soupy summer humidity that makes your EC work double time, not just to cool the air, but to wring all that moisture out to prevent mold. And what about those crazy spring days, the ones where you need the heat in the morning and the AC by the afternoon? All that switching back and forth puts incredible wear and tear on the entire system. So, how exactly does your system end up losing this fight? Well, let's decode the breakdown. It almost always comes down to one of just a few common points of failure. And check this out, you can see how these problems tie directly back to those climate stresses we were just talking about. Those awesome high-efficiency furnaces, great for your bills, but they create water, and that drain line can freeze solid in the winter, which shuts the whole thing down. Those wild temperature swings, they cause your thermostat to short cycle, that's turning on and off, which just wastes energy and ages your system way faster. And in a lot of homes, especially older ones, the ductwork is just too small, so it chokes the airflow. And heat pumps, man, they can turn into a literal block of ice if the defrost controls fail. Okay, so the worst has happened. Your system is broken. Now you're staring down that big, scary question every single homeowner dreads. Do you fix it, or is it time to replace it? It's a really tough call, but luckily there's a simple little tool that can help you make the right choice.
It's called the $5,000 rule, and it can bring some real clarity to a stressful situation. It's super simple. You just take the age of your system, in years, and multiply it by the repair quote you just got. So, for example, let's say you have a 12-year-old furnace and the repair is going to cost $500. You just go 12 times 500, that's $6,000. Since that number is over the $5,000 threshold, the rule suggests that replacement is probably the smarter financial move in the long run.
So what this all boils down to is weighing that short-term win of a repair against the long-term benefits of a replacement. Look, repair is a quick fix. It costs less right now. But a replacement, that solves the problem of the entire aging system. It gives you brand new warranties and this is a huge one, a new system can be 30 to 40% more energy efficient. We're talking real money back in your pocket every single month. Okay, so whether you decide to repair or replace, you're gonna need a pro. So let's pull back the curtain for a minute and look at what a truly high-quality professional service experience should actually look like. It all kicks off with that very first phone call. Come on, when your heat is out in the middle of January, the absolute last thing you want is to fight with a confusing phone menu or get dumped into a voicemail box. A quality company is going to have a real, live human being answer the phone, someone who can actually dispatch help right away.
And the process itself, it should be dead simple and totally transparent. Step 1, you call, they send a tech. Step 2, they figure out the problem, explain it to you in plain English, and give you a written fixed price, no surprises. And they don't do a single thing without your okay. Step 3, they do the work, they clean up after themselves, and they walk you through everything. The whole point is to take stress away from you, not add more to it.
But, that great customer service is really only half the story. The true mark of a professional, the thing that really protects your home, your family, and your wallet, is their commitment to strict technical standards for safety and performance. Now, I know these might just look like a bunch of technical jargon, but trust me, this is where the magic happens. A manual J calculation, that's what makes sure the system is the right size for your specific home. Not too big, not too small, which prevents that wasteful short cycling. Manual D for duct sizing, that makes sure you don't have those frustrating hot and cold spots. And permits and inspections, that's your absolute guarantee that the entire job was done safely and up to code. This is what you're paying for when you hire a true professional. It's also really important to understand the full timeline for a big project like a replacement. It's not just a one-day job. You've got to account for applying for the permit, the installation itself, which could take a couple of days, and then finally, the official inspection from your local town or city. So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point of all this. You are now in control. Seriously. You've seen how the battle is fought, you know the system's weak points, you've got a tool to make that big financial call, and you know exactly what to look for and what to demand from a pro. You can move from that moment of panic to a position of power. So the next time you're just hanging out at home and you hear that familiar click of your system turning on, you can ask yourself a new question. Is my system ready to win its fight today? Because now you have the tools and the knowledge to make damn sure the answer is yes.